Hey guys, this is going to be a quick video on how to make a folding table. Now, I've seen a few videos on YouTube on how to make a few different types of folding tables, but to be honest, a lot of the time it seems like you need a degree in carpentry to actually make these things, and they're using 100 different tools. So I've got a really basic one here for you. It will take you less than an hour to make, and it's quite simple to do. And I should probably mention the reason why I've made my own folding table is because I want to do some wallpapering, and I've been using that pasting table from Screwfix. It was only about 17 quid to be fair, but it's pretty bad. So I've made my own one, but there's plenty of other things you can do obviously with a table. It's nice and compact, you can chuck it in your car or van. So yeah, let's get on with it. And what I'll do is I'll show you the difference in quality between the one I've made and the cheap one later on as well. So the first thing you want to do is just cut down 2 pieces of MDF, 560 in width and 875 in length. And don't worry if you've not got the tools to do this. I just went to B&Q and they cut it down to size for you. I'm sure if you're in America or somewhere else, if the UK's got that facility, I'm sure America and places like Germany will have the same facilities. So it's just 2 sheets, 560 in width by 875. If you do need to cut the MDF yourself, a track saw or a table saw will probably do the trick. So once you've got your 2 pieces of MDF cut to size, all you need to do is butt them up together and attach some hinges. And you can use a variety of different hinges. I just happen to be using these ones, and I have them spaced equally apart, like so. So at this point, all we've got is just 2 pieces of MDF with some hinges in the middle. Very simple. So obviously this is going to be the underside of our table, and I've just cut down a brace which is about 12.50 in length, in American money just under 50 inch. And I've drilled 3 holes. One on the left hand side which is 4 inches in, 6mm hole. One in the middle, 6mm hole. And one on the right side, again a 6mm hole, 4 inches in. And just make sure when you drill your holes you actually mark up the board underneath as well. So once you've made your 6mm holes and you've drilled into the board slightly underneath, you then come along with an 8mm drill bit and drill through, and you do one on that side and one on the other side as well. Once you've drilled your 2 8mm holes, you then get a M6 by 15mm wood insert screw. They cost a couple of quid at Screwfix, and you'd just pop it in your 8mm hole and then you'd screw it in. And the reason why we're doing this is this accepts a bolt. And do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so once you've screwed in your M6 insert nuts into the 8mm holes, one over there and one here, the next job is to get yourself some M6 by 30mm bolts, and that'll just bolt the brace in. So I'll just pop these in now, and I'll do this in real time. I won't video edit anything out, so you can see just how easy this is to do. So just line up the bolt, screw it down, same again on this side, line it up, and screw it down. Simple as that. And the reason for this brace is it just stops the table from sagging in the middle. So once the brace is bolted in, all you need to do next is get 2 blocks and screw them in, one there and one on that side, the exact width of your sawhorse. So that space there is the same width as that piece right there on the sawhorse. So do that on the right side and on the left side, and that'll stop the table from sliding around left to right. Okay, so now that's the underside done, I'm going to now flip the table over. Okay, so here's the table now that we've flipped it back the other way, and I'll just show you the underside. So you can see them wooden blocks just slot in with the sawhorse to stop it from moving left and right, and same again on the other side. And you can already see this table is a lot stronger than this one over here. Look at the deflection and bounce in that one. So it's already far better quality, but there is one more thing, one more piece of the puzzle that we've got to do, and that is just another brace in the center, and it's just 2 pieces of wood screwed together. That's all it is to make a T-section, and then I've popped in a dowel in the middle there. Remember that middle hole we did earlier on, that 6mm hole? That is basically going to slot in where that dowel is, and that just braces this table up even firmer. So yeah, if I just flip this quickly, you can see it's just 2 screws that I've driven in to the side of the MDF. You're better off piloting this first with like a 3mm drill bit and then putting the screws in, or this might split. Don't ask me how I know that. And to insert the dowel, I just drilled a 6mm hole with a drill bit and then pop some glue in and then just push the dowel in. So again, I'll just show you how quickly and easily this brace slots in. So I'll just pop the table up a little, line it up with a hole, and there we go, job done. And so this whole project took me less than an hour to make this table, and the reason that I say why I made it is because I looked online at other pasting tables and they were like 60-70 quid for a pasting table. The cheap one from Screwfix, which was 17 quid, is just no good, to be fair. I'll show you what I mean. So if you're doing any kind of wallpapering and you need to cut, for example, your wallpaper, so you roll your wallpaper out and you put your level on and you want to make a cut. I don't know if you can see from that camera angle, let me just come in here a second, but check this out. Look at the gap underneath it all the way along. It's horrendous. It sort of goes up here, dips, bubbles back up and then dips again, and you can see just by 2 fingers how much play there is in that table, and it just makes it a nightmare to make your cuts. Whereas if I pop the level on this table, you can see there, no issues whatsoever. The bubble is a little to the left, but if I pop that on the floor, I'm willing to bet, yeah, the bubble's on the left there, so the floor's slightly out. And if we take a look at the deflection on this one, there really is nothing. And I mean, you can see just how much more sturdy and better built it is. You know, you've got nice thick 18mm MDF as opposed to, I don't even know what that is, 5-6mm if that. So not great. This might be a bad idea, but I reckon that could probably take my weight. I'll give it a go. Yeah, can take my weight, no problem. And no, I'm not even going to try it on that one, because I'm definitely going straight through it. Just like, oh, just a little bit of weight, you can hear it crack. So I do think it is worth making one of these. And so yeah, if I add up the cost as well, it was probably, I think the MDF was 30 quid, but I've not even used half the MDF up. And there was a couple of bolts, some wood insert screws and some hinges, probably another, I don't know, £5 or something. And then I already had the sawhorses, so say 35 quid all in, and you've got a nice sturdy bench to work off, as opposed to paying, I don't know, it was only 17 quid, but I mean, they're not great. And if you buy the more expensive ones, like I say, they're £60-70. So definitely worth making one for your son. And this is really easy to fold away. So all you do, just grab that a second, is you just unscrew each bolt and then that'll fold up, and it's a lot easier to transport in, say, your car or your van or whatever as well. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this one. It's just a quick, easy to do project. It's cheap and there are a lot better options than what's currently on the market. So yeah, if you like the video, please consider subscribing and all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.